Hello, my beautiful reader friends. It's Tiffany with an IE, as you can see. Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I know it's kind of late, but I mean late at night, not late in the year or anything. But yeah, I will be doing my bookish reading goals for 2021. So these are just like some personal goals that I have for myself, as well as how many books that I hope to read next year, as in like for my Goodreads challenge. So let's just get into it. The funny thing is right now that I've currently read 163 books this year, which is the same exact number as last year. So yeah, I'm hoping for these last few days of December to finish a few more books. It's kind of ambitious, but we'll see how it goes. So my first goal for my Goodreads challenge every year, I usually put it at 50 books because my mentality about it is that if I set the bar low, I know that I can easily like go over it. Whereas if I set the bar high and I fall short, then I'll just like feel like a failure. And yeah, that's not healthy. So yeah, so I always set it at 50 books, except for like the first year when I joined Goodreads, which was 5 years ago in June. So June 2015, I set it at 75 because I was taking part in several like book challenges and stuff. So yeah, so I definitely went over 75. The first 3 years of Goodreads, I read like 200-ish books, but a lot of those were also like short stories and stuff. So yeah, but after that, it's been like steadily around like at least 100-ish, 150. So yeah, so this upcoming year, 2021, my goal is to read at least 50 books, and I'll be a lot busier because I have like 2-ish jobs right now, and yeah, and then it's also just busy because I have to find quiet times to film, and that's difficult because, as you probably can tell from some of my other videos, like the kids are screaming in the background. I share a wall with them, so it's very difficult to film when it's like not at night or it's not during their nap time. So yeah. My next goal is to read more diversely, and especially with like everything like that's happened in this garbage fire of a year with like all the Black Lives Matter movements because of all the terrible like police shootings, and also just like the election, and yeah, just like so many things going on. I really want to support more Black authors and authors like of color, whether they're Asian or yeah. So I really want to focus on reading more diversely, and also as well as authors of different like orientations, like in the LGBTQ community. So just like diverse in general in that term. Yeah, so I've bought more books by Black authors as well, which is good because I feel like I wasn't as like cognizant of that when I was younger, and also even in like the past few years when I'd been attending book signings pretty consistently. So yeah, I definitely want to be intentional with my reading this upcoming year, and yeah. So keep me accountable for that. And then my next goal, like, so I have some authors on my radar, like a bunch of authors that I have not read any books from yet, but I've either like met them or like they're just, they're wonderful human beings, and I own their books, but I've like not read any of them. So I've listed 2 authors for this. So first, I want to read Three Dark Crowns by Kendar Blake. She is so hilarious, and she's Korean. So yeah, so I definitely want to read, like, since the series is finished now, but I definitely want to like get into her books. And I also want to read Dorothy Must Die by Danielle Page. I have the whole series, and yeah, so, and she's a Black author. So both diverse female authors and authors I haven't read from before. The next goal that I have is on my currently reading shelf on Goodreads. I need to clear that out because I mean, I finally finished Prodigy by Marie Lu like 2 days ago, and that's been on my currently reading shelf for like 3 years. So yeah, I did end up loving it. Like, the ending broke me because that is what Marie does. But yeah, I need to finish the rest of the Legend series, but not ready for that yet. So I need to finish the other books that I still have on my currently reading shelf on Goodreads. So here are some of them. Well, I'll just show you all of them. So right now I'm reading Prophecy by Ellen O because this is one of the 5 books that I have for a vlog of this month, where I wrapped up like a number of my TBR books, and most of them are backlist, and then I had friends pick from my stack, and then whatever they picked is what I read. So I have not many days left in the month to finish my reading for this vlog. And then I have Hidden Figures. I watched the movie when it came out, and it was really good. And I heard that the book is more like technical and factual, so it doesn't really follow a storyline as much as the movie did. But I am enjoying like what I'm learning from it. I'm not that far, but yeah, nonfiction. Like, this is kind of a dense book, but this is also a gift for a friend, so I need to finish reading it. And then, of course, I need to finish reading Just Mercy. I'm like about halfway through now. Yeah, this book, every time I pick it up and read it, it makes me angry because just like there's so many racial injustices in this country, and like it just makes me so angry. But I actually skipped to like the end because I haven't watched the movie to see if like the author Brian Stevenson, if he successfully saves his client Walter from getting the death sentence. And I'm like, because if I'm investing myself in this book, I'm like, I need to know, like, please let it be a good, like, happy-ish ending, and not just like, oh, like another Black man who is condemned for a crime he didn't commit, like, ends up getting killed because the police and people involved were corrupt. And I'm just like, no, I will literally throw this book across my room if that happens. Yeah, so I need to power through because this belongs to a friend. I need to give it back. And then this one I'm reading for one of my jobs, and my manager lent me this, so I need to finish it. It's called Master Your Motivation, which I really need because I get unmotivated easily. So yeah, I need to finish this. I'm only at the beginning, but it's a really quick read. I just need to read it. And then I have Cress, which I've been reading, well, for a while, but like I started it 2 years ago, so, and it's a bigger book. It's like 600 something pages. I mean, I flew through Scarlet, which was the second book, but this one, like, I'm still at the beginning, and like, yeah, I know that once I get into it, I will fly through this, but for right now, I need to finish it so I can finish the rest of the Lunar Chronicles, because I do love Marissa Meyer's writing. It's just so amazing. I need to finish The Wicked King. I'm also at the beginning of this, so that I can read Queen of Nothing, and then I can read the King of Elfheim, like, novella once it comes in, because I got the special, like, Fairy Loot edition, so waiting for that. And then I have, so 2 of my library books that I still have, Restore Me and Defy Me. I've started this one. I'm still at the beginning. These are both by Tahara Mafi, and they are the 4th and 5th book in the Shatter Me series. So yeah, Restore Me is super huge. Like, look, it's so much bigger than Defy Me. So yeah, I need to finish these two because I do have Imagine Me, which this is a gift for a friend. It's also really big. Yeah, so I need to finish reading this series, and then I also have to finish Miss Peregrine series. But yeah, and then the last one is Catalyst by Lydia Kong. I read Control, which is the first book, years ago, and I absolutely loved it, even though it took me a long time. And then this one is, I'm pretty sure this is a duology because it doesn't seem like there's any more books in these series. But yeah, I need to finish this so I can finish the series, because like the end of book one was is a little devastating. So I need to know that everyone's gonna be okay. And yeah. Oh, I think my spine separated. That's not good. Okay, so my next goal is to finish more of the series that I've started. So I'm a very like serial series starter, I guess you can say, where like I'll dip my toe into a series where I'll read the first book of a series, and then I'll go read the first book of another series, and then I'll go read the first book of another series. And I really need to just like binge read some series, because it's like, yeah, I need to just finish those series. And I mean, I've written down all the book series that I need to finish on like different slips of paper, which I'm going to use for like my TBR game that I'm starting in January, hopefully, if this all goes well. Fingers crossed. Yeah, but I just need to finish like the series that I've started before I start new series, because it is a problem. I need to control my chaotic reading habits. And my last goal is to finish previous challenges and readathons. So I mentioned back in 2015 that I started a bunch of reading challenges. Like I actually started like 3 or something, but there were like some prompts that were exactly the same. So I combined them. And also like some readathons, like I have one of the Owl Crate-a-thons where I have 1 book left to read, and then from Spookathon last year I have 1 book left to read, so just a lot of things. But the first 2 books are The Girl in the Tower and The Winter of the Witch by Catherine Arden. This is part of her Winter Night trilogy. I literally just finished The Bear and the Nightingale 2 days ago, along with Prodigy by Marie Lu. So yeah, I pulled all-nighters for those. But this is for Meg with Books, like Winter Night trilogy read-along. And I mean, I was supposed to read Bear and the Nightingale last month, this one next month, but I am a bit behind with my reading, so I need to complete the series. I really did enjoy The Bear and the Nightingale. I'll talk a little bit more about that and Prodigy in my wrap-up for this month. And then the book that, the 1 book from Spookathon last year that I have not gotten around to yet is When I Cast Your Shadow by Sarah Porter. It's very shiny, so it's hard to see. But I have another one of her books, Vasa in the Night, which I'm still in the beginning of. Yeah, I need to finish that one too. But this one does not have an audiobook, so it's gonna take me a while to read. Oh, but it has pretty big font. But yeah, I just have too many things to read, you guys. The next book is Orphan Island. I've read like the first few chapters of this. Oh, I actually do see my bookmark, I think. But I've had this book for a long time. I first heard about it from Owl Crate Jr. and thought it sounded really interesting, and it's a pretty book, so I need to finish this. And then I need to read Laura Dean Keeps Breaking Up With Me. This is a graphic novel, and it's really cool because it's in black and white and pink. And it's also LGBTQ+. And I borrowed this from a friend, so I need to read it so I can give it back to him. And it's a graphic novel, so it shouldn't take me too long to read that one. The next book is The Donut Fix by Jessie Janowitz. She actually went to VCFA and I met her, but I didn't have this book with me because I didn't know she'd be there. Otherwise, I would have gotten it signed. But this is a paperback, which I like more because the hardcover is like, it's red instead of blue. And I was like, I like the blue more. But it just sounds really cute. And like, this reminds me of like the video game called Donut County because it also has raccoons and donuts. So yeah, I've read like the first chapter or the first 2 chapters and I found it interesting. So, and yeah, and it's middle grade, so it should be a quick read, but I'm just like splitting my attention span everywhere. So yeah, so many books to read. And then this book, The Accidental Alchemist by Gigi Pandian. I've met her and I'm at the beginning of this book, but I have the first 2 books signed by her because she came to Mysterious Galaxy for a book signing quite a long while ago. But yeah, this is the book that I started for, not Owl Crate-a-thon. It was for my owls. Yeah, this was for like the alchemy prompt. Okay, but yeah, I still need to read this. So anyways, I need to read Call Down the Hawk by Maggie Stiefvater. This is the Owl Crate edition. The regular edition's like orange. This belongs to my friend, so I need to read it and give it back. And also because the sequel, Mr. Impossible, is coming out in 2021, and I recently finished the Raven Cycle earlier this year, so can't wait to read more from this world and these characters. And then, of course, I mentioned Felix Ever After as one of the books that I wanted to read. This is my friend's copy as well, with the pretty sprayed edges that he had done, like custom for, he paid a friend to do it. Anyways, I've heard nothing but good things about Case and Callender's books, especially this one, and this one's very timely. It talks about like transphobia and like dead names and cyberbullying or just bullying in general. But yeah, lots of important issues. Kaysen is a trans author as well, and also non-binary, I think. But yeah, so I really want to read all of their books. But this will be the first one. And then my other library book is The Bone Witch by Rin Chupeco. And I need to read this because it's a library book. And then once I read this, I need to finish the series because, yeah, it's the first in a trilogy. So lots of books to read. I want to read Aru Shah and the Song of Death. And then I have Aru Shah and the Tree of Aru Shah and the Tree of Wishes is the 3rd book, which I have. So I need to read that as well. And then Aru Shah and the City of Gold is coming out in April, and that's the last book in the quartet. So I need to finish the series. I need to read The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue because this was one of my most anticipated book releases this year, along with Sky Hunter. I've read Sky Hunter, and I filmed a vlog of me reading that one, but I haven't started this one yet. This is also supposed to be in the vlog, but I'm waiting for the audiobook to come in on my library app because I've heard the audiobook is amazing, and because Scribd does not have the audiobook anymore for me, like for this country. Yeah, it's very annoying, but yeah, I can't wait to read this book. And then I have Glitter, which I'm still behind on the 1000 Doors readathon because I haven't even started. So yeah, I need to read this, and then whatever the other 4 books for the other 4 prompts end up being, I don't know. It's a mess. So I need to read this. And the last book is this, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. This is actually a bind-up of all 5 of the books. So it's quite thick. But yeah, one of my friends, well actually I have several friends who like love The Hitchhiker's Guide, and they are surprised that I haven't read it even though I know some of the references. So I need to fix that and finish reading this. Yeah, it's just too many things. Yeah, that's it for my reading goals this month. This has been quite a long video, but hope you're all staying safe out there, and we'll chat in the comments. And yeah, see you in my next video. Bye!